Lost the battle but won the war. Okay.
You know what I mean? But Terence right now, but as far as Terence, ain't nobody gonna beat him right now, man. Nah.
Nobody, huh?
No. Ain't nobody beating him, man. I mean,
Even your former student Janibek.
no, not right now, no. Not right now.
No.
No. No. No,
If
not right
not
now.
now, when?
Well, for Janibek and Crawford,
Yeah,
I don't think
Crawford. Go ahead.
Crawford right now is at the top of his game, and he'll know. He'll know when it's time to quit. He'll know. You know what I mean? A lot of people say should he go out on top right now? I personally think he's probably going to have one more fight and call it a day. He's got nothing else to prove. You know what I mean? He jumped up 2 weight classes, 3 weight classes, and he was no. Wait a minute. He passed junior. He went from 50. He went to 54, skipped 60, went straight to 68, and he beat the best man out there. So what else does he have to prove? Nothing. He's got nothing else to
Right.
prove. I mean, he probably have one more, and then go out on top.
Okay. Now, he did talk about wanting to go to 160. Who do you think is the top guy at 160?
Well,
And do you feel like
Johnny Beck is the top guy at 160, in my opinion. I mean, Johnny Beck's better than all those guys at 160. You know what I mean? But I don't think that he should fight Terence.
better than Lara, better than Hadamis?
Yeah, he's better than all those guys. But I don't think he should fight Terence right now.
No.
No. Uh-uh.
Do you think for Terrence, what makes more sense? Because obviously 60 is just to become a 6th division champion. I get why he's doing it, right?
Right.
But in the same time, it's just like, what do you think Terrence wants? He wants the top guy, or does he want the oldest guy?
I think
Lara.
Terence. I think because he's so competitive that he's going to want to fight the best, whether
You
he's
know
old
what,
or young.
Janibek?
You know what I mean? Because he's going to want to fight the best because that's Terence. He's very competitive in anything that he does. So
Right.
to be and they go down and fight a guy that, nah, it's not going to sit well with Terence. I think Terence, the bigger the challenge, the better he is.
And the only person that looks more attractive is probably the undefeated guy, the guy that doesn't have a draw, the guy that doesn't have any losses.
I mean, Johnny Beck's the best at 160 right now.
He's
There's no,
unified, correct?
no, he's got WBC. No, he's got the WBO, IBF. I think what's the name has WBC. Adamas, doesn't he?
WBC Adamas, yeah.
Yeah. So Johnny Beck has WBO and IBF,
Okay.
and he's the best at 160. You know what I mean? But I don't think that right now he'll beat Terrence right now. No.
No?
No.
Well, that would be a hell of a fight. Do you feel like Terrence beats him? Does he stop him? That's
No,
a
I
big guy
mean,
still.
listen. It'll be a great fight, but how can I put this? From training him and being with him, it's not gonna be Terrence.
Even if you was in his corner, would you?
Um, I think that you have to know. You have to have the antidote for the problem, and I don't care who he gets to train him right now. They're not gonna know the antidote because they don't know the problem. I know the problem. I mean, I've been with him long enough. I've watched him long enough, and I've seen him with certain fighters, and I know the problem. I'm not going to reveal it, but I know what the problem is. And right now, with Terrence on a high, coming off of that Canelo fight and going against a young guy like Johnny Beck, Terrence is going to step it up a notch, another notch. So Johnny Beck has to have the right guy in his corner to win that fight. If he don't, he's not going to win that fight.
Mm, that's heavy.
And the right guy has to know what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then, so I know what the problem will be. You know what I'm saying? I know because I've been around him long enough.
What was the reasoning of you guys splitting?
Honestly, they tried to fuck me out of my money, man. They don't want to. They made a deal, then they fucking tried to renege.
Mm,
I'm saying we made a deal. We made a deal at the beginning, and then once they started making more and more money, they tried to shortchange me. I called them and they was like, "Oh, we don't remember making that deal. How the fuck can you not remember? You remember these past 8-9 fights? You don't remember now in the big fight." Then he was getting a bigger fight for a whole lot more money, and then the money that they offered me was like a slap in the face. So I just said, so they said we need you in camp Saturday. I said, okay, I'll be there. I didn't go.
yeah.
I knew what they wanted to pay me. I mean, and to me, I took it as an insult, man. So I just said, I wish you the best, man. I have nothing against him. I wish him the best. I mean, when I see him on Instagram, I wish him well before his fights. I got nothing against him. He calls me OG. I call him Youngblood. It's nothing personal, but you know, I'm not going to sell myself short.
Right.
I mean, when I was there riding with you when you was fighting 6 rounders, and now you get into to the big money. Now you want to give me like money that it's a slap in the face, man. So to me, it was. Don't tell me, hey, man, I love you, you family, and then you turn me over and try to fuck me at the same time. Nah, you can't do that, man. So let's just stay friends, and I wish you well.
I know, watching you coach online, especially, you talk and you look into like special detail. Have you seen a difference since he's left you?
Johnny Beck is a very unique fighter. He really doesn't need a trainer because I mean, he's just gifted. He's naturally gifted. You know what I'm saying? He's naturally gifted. So, um, for him, like I say, you just got to know what buttons to push with him. I mean, you got to know because he's so naturally gifted that I've seen him do things in there with guys that's fucking amazing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
Right.
mean, and I got one thing to say is if they, when somebody they know might hear this interview and tell them, hey, buddy said this, and then they might call me or they might call you and say it's a lie. Well, if they call you and tell you it's a lie, you say, look, buddy McGirt, save the text message that you sent them. I screenshotted it 20 times just in case they try to deny it.
Fair to say. Fair to
But
say.
but on the other hand, he doesn't he just needs someone to remind him of certain things. You got to know what buttons to push with him. But he's naturally gifted. I mean, his talent is unbelievable.
Tell me, obviously, with that fight, in comparison to the Canelo fight, there's some advantage points that probably Terrence doesn't have compared, with this type of matchup, would you say? I mean, maybe Janibek looks like a taller guy. Also, his reach is probably a little longer than Canelo's. He's more on his feet a little bit. I mean, tell me, what do you think? Do you feel like he opposes a different type of challenge than
Oh,
the Canelo
definitely.
Alvarez?
Oh, no, he definitely opposes a different type of challenge. Definitely.
I'm more competitive?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. Johnny
See,
Beck has a mean streak in him. He's got a mean streak in him. He could be a mean motherfucker when he want to be, but I still say he shouldn't fight Terrence right now.
mm,
All right. Right now, he fights Terrence right now. Like I said, you got to have the antidote. If you don't have the antidote, he's not going to beat him. I don't give a shit who you get to train him.
mm, shoot.
Because no
That,
one's going to
that.
see the problem. No one's going to see the problem until the bell rings.
What do
And
you think
then
the people? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
they say, oh shit, I see what Buddy was talking about. But so go ahead. What was your question?
Do you feel like the people believe that Janibek is the top guy? Because I mean, I hear it a lot. I've been hearing it
Oh
for
yeah,
quite some
listen,
time.
he is the top guy. He is the top guy at 160 right now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He is the top guy. You know what I mean? And he's got everything it takes, man. You know, he's got everything, man. I mean, he boxes, he can punch, his defense. I mean, he's a great student to train. You know, I had a lot of fun training him. I mean, we had a great time. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it just came down to the money thing, man. I said, no, I can't accept that.
So you feel like it's not his time right now, but in the same time, would you like to see it?
But I what?
Even though you're saying that it's not Janibek's time right now, would you still like to see it?
Yeah, because it'd be a great fight.
Why would you want to see it? Like as far as what obstacles do you feel like both fighters have to go through that you feel like as a boxing fan and coach that you want to see the result?
I think, you know, he's got good speed. He's got good timing. He's a good counter puncher. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he's got a lot of tools, but at the same time, he hasn't fought anybody of Terence Crawford, half of Terence Crawford's caliber.
Mm,
I mean, he hasn't fought nobody half of what Terence Crawford can do. So if you haven't fought nobody that's on that level or even half that level, you don't jump out there and jump on that level. You don't do that. You got to prepare for a guy like Terence Crawford. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like Terence moved up before Madrimov. He tested the waters. You know what I mean? So he won that fight. He says, you know what? Off of this, the bigger challenge makes me better. And that's how Terence is. The bigger the challenge, the better Terence is. If you ever notice, when he has a big fight, he's a totally different animal. I mean, when he
Right.
fought, you know what I mean, when he fought Spence, he was totally different than the guy you seen fight 3 or 4 fights before that. Because the bigger the challenge, the better he is. You know, he gets in the zone. You can see it in his face. He's got that zone, man. But he's still relaxed and he's in control and he handles his business.